Just like the NFL offseason, just like the NFL free agency, the 2022 NFL draft was crazy. It was electric. It was unpredictable. It had us at the edge of our seats, and most importantly, the draft was fun last night, man. I don't know about you guys, but last night I had a blast. And apparently, the first 5 teams on the board woke up and they was thinking about defense because, man, I have never seen so many defensive players get picked up in the draft so fast, so quick. Defense wins championships, never forget that. But, man, one thing I want to talk about before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and have to toot my own horn real quick, man. I'm about to toot my own horn real quick. I said the top guys I talked about, I said were definitely going to get picked up in the first round. Now, most of them were kind of gimmies and kind of obvious, but there was one guy that I heard a whole lot of people saying he wasn't a first-round pick, and that was Trevor Penning. But, boy, all 5 of my guys got picked up in the first round, including Penny. Good luck to him and the Saints and the Big Easy. Oh, man, I'm excited about those guys. I'm happy for them. Looking forward to their careers. Now, as far as the draft as a whole, I did a top 5 with the guys who I thought would get picked in the first round, so I'm going to do another top 5. I'm going to do the top 5 teams who I believe really stole the show in this year's draft last night. Man, and I'm going to start it off where I ended my draft breakdown. I ended it with the teams of New York. I ended it with the Jets and the Giants, saying that both of those teams need to get in some playmakers. They needed to get some guys that'll come in and make it a difference immediately. And damn it, that's exactly what both of those franchises did. The Giants, the G-men coming in, picking up Kayvon Thibodeau and bringing in Evan Neal. Both sides of the ball answered. Get your protection for Daniel Jones, and then you coming in there and getting a pass rusher for your defensive side of the ball. I love that. That is fantastic for them. And as far as the Jets, man, the Jets, I didn't see the Jets making the moves that they made, but they went ahead. They picked up Ahman Gardner. They went ahead right ahead and started answering the question for their defensive side of the ball. Then they went ahead and got new toy for Zach Wilson, picking up Garrett Wilson. How about that? And then they weren't done after that. Traded back in, picked up Jermaine Johnson, one of the top pass rushers in this year's draft. So the Jets and the G-men, Gang Green and the Big Blue, man, they came out swinging, and damn it, they handled the business. They made some great moves in this draft. I said that's what they needed to do, and that's exactly what they did. And check it out, I'm about to talk about Detroit again. The Detroit Lions, man, had another this is back-to-back for them. Had another great first round in the draft, man. Picking up the guy I was claiming it for him. I wanted them to get him so bad. I was nervous at first because there was rumors going around that the Jags were going to pick up a pass rusher, and they did that, but they picked another guy. They went and got the boy out of Georgia. So that left Aiden Hutchinson wide open for the Lions to come and pick him up, and that's exactly what they did. They went and they got their defensive presence on that side of the ball. I was so excited when I saw that they did that, but I also knew that if the Lions wanted to do anything else, they either were going to do one or two things. They were going to sit on their 32nd pick in the draft or move up. And boy, they moved up. They moved up 22 slots. Switched spots with the Minnesota Vikings of all people to come in and get who they get. They got the wide receiver, Jameson Williams. They got a little. The Lions know what they're doing, man. I'm telling y'all. Keep your eyes on Detroit. These boys are bringing in some players. They're making some big moves right now. They're bringing in some guys that are going to improve their defense and their offense. This move just shows what I saw last year, the growth within the organization. Now, next year's draft, they're, supposedly the quarterbacks in that draft, the next year's draft class are supposed to be fantastic. We'll see when the time comes. But right now, Detroit is building up a great team. They did a fantastic job answering the questions on offense and defense. These are great guys. They're both Lions, and I can't wait to watch them play. And last but certainly not least, I did not think I would be talking about Houston right now. But yet here we are. I'm talking about Houston. I am talking about the Houston Texans being one of the teams that stole the show at last night's draft. Picking up with the 3rd pick Derek Stingley Jr. First of all, first things first, let me go ahead and give them I'm gonna clap. I'm clapping right now. I'm gonna give you a clap. It's a clap right here. This is for Houston. That was a fantastic. That's a great pick. I like that pick a lot. Then Houston turns back right back around and says, "Oh, we're not done yet. You thought we was done? Nah, we ain't done yet, partner." So they go and get offensive lineman Kenyon Green for protection for their quarterback in the future. Houston, y'all gonna become a problem if y'all keep this up, man. Like this was this was good. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I was not expecting to be talking about the Houston Texans right now. I knew that they had multiple draft picks this year in this draft, but I was not. They were not on my radar. They were not on my radar as far as teams that will be doing anything in the first round. But to pick up Stingley and that alone, just like getting that guy. I knew they were going to get somebody on defense. I had a suspicion that they were going to do offense and defense because, it's always better to do both sides and stuff. Unless you have a terrible offense, then you go offense all the way. But Houston with these picks, man, these are great picks for them. The protection for their quarterback, they're saying that they have faith in, and the defense basically just rebuilding it. Lovie Smith, a defensive-minded coach, so that's not surprising. But man, I'm speechless. Good job, Houston. Good job. Now, there is one more team that I'm going to talk about. Like I said earlier, I got my 5 teams that I'm going to talk about who I think just basically killed it in the first round. But this last team, guys, I gotta do a separate video for that. They've done too much in the first round. It's too much to talk about, and it needs to be broken down and talked about and all that. I need to talk about that in a separate video, and not to mention, I'm gonna also include what they did in the second round. And that, with that being said, these teams that I brought up, man, they did phenomenal in this draft, this first round draft pick. This is just making me more excited for football to come. September cannot come fast enough for y'all. It just cannot come fast enough.
Big dogs are in the house!